Oh, quick, fill the pool!
I don't want to drag you into this, but I can't help it.
As we find our heroes, Mr. Frodo and Sam are following Gollum, a sick, washed-up version of a Disney sidekick, to Mordor. They have to trust him because he is the only one who knows how to get to the Black Gate, which raises the question, what were they planning on doing before the CGI slime bucket pounced on them in the middle of the night? But don't pull on that thread. Meanwhile, the bad guys are gearing up for battle, while Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are trying to find Merry and Pippin, who got kidnapped by a bunch of Star Wars bar extras in the last movie.
You're tearing me apart!
Since this movie is basically one gigantic Rocky sequence leading up to the last great installment, we thought we'd treat it as such, filled with lots of walking and running with the characters pausing in front of the camera just long enough to say their lines.
The red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night.
And enough computer graphics and makeup artist nightmares to choke a horse. Take a look.
Walking, climbing, complaining. Guess geologists thought the rocks were entertaining. This walking crab lasts just under an hour. Spice it up with a visit from Jack Bauer. Every time you catch some seeds, bad guys prepare and chop down lots of trees. Massive armies of honeybees. Idiots in makeup, I wish I never viewed. Finding two hobbits, I assume, is key to stopping the impending doom. Helicopter shots never seem so slow. Running on a cliff is exciting. Here we go.
Finally, all that running pays off. Unless, of course, it doesn't. They meet up with a bunch of Rohan outcasts who have nothing better to do than ride around the land that hates them, killing orcs and, as it turns out, hobbits. You killed them. Afraid so. Calm down. It's a really silly-looking helmet. I know. So what's going on? The king's gone loopy, and he hasn't showered in months. You might as well go home, since none of your allies want to help you, and won't be much help even after you talk them into it. I think we all need to learn about something called heroic optimism. How do we expect the audience to care if all we do is act hopeless and weary? I see your point, but I think Tolkien was just trying to emphasize the underdog aspect. I'm funny 'cause I'm short. Didn't you already take that off? What were you saying? So, are you gonna join us as we march off to do whatever we're gonna do next? Help us retake your land. Save your king. No thanks. We'll just leave you here and continue on our pointless riding. So what if the hobbits are dead and everything we've been doing this entire movie has been in vain? At least we've got these new kick-ass horses, right? Right, Aragorn? We're not really dead, we escaped. Which you would have found out in the flashback, but the editor of this satire decided to cut it out. Ugh. Oh no, the tree is alive! Not another example of how changing the size or character of everyday items makes them a new and unheard of species. What? You mean like enormous eagles and little people with big feet? Or gihujo elephants with not 2 but 4 tusks? They're not elephants, Mary. They're olephants. Cut me a break! I can see it now. All the other actors from this movie will fade into oblivion, while I and my loyal army of 14-year-old girl fans will go on to break box office records around the world. Shut up, someone's coming.
Oh, I'm an old man in a big white cape. I've got this bit on cassette tape. My voice is raspy and my brain is shot, but I'm all you suckers got. So fight this night and the night and the might you'll need. Don't you love my steed? My clothes are showing. If you don't know who I am, beat out.
Gandalf, you're alive.
Yes, and I can finally do something wizardly.
Turn people into toads? Make water into poison just by looking at it?
No. I can go all white and the sheer power of it scares people to death. I'll use it several times during the rest of the movie. Watch. I'll scare the king into becoming normal. And I'll scare the orcs into not killing me.
Does anything follow the light beam?
No. Like what?
Never mind. Let's just get back to our Rocky sequencing and forget about all this crappy dialogue.